We got to get back to work. I know that the unemployment thing has ended for millions of people nationally as well as globally, but you can't sit around the house playing video games and watching TV. I know why. Why can't I? I want to live my life the way I want to live my life, because there's a generation that's headed in this direction that we're not going to be able to control. It's going to happen no matter what. And what you do today will affect the next 7 generations. We got to get you back to work. We got to move in forward motion. We need your creative strength in all walks of life. Creativity is not just about writing rock and roll songs or making movies and things like that. Creativity is in every business. We've got to get you back to work. Unplugged, because we will always say yes to creativity. Totally Uncut, because we all make mistakes. So turn it into a tool. This is Arroe Unplugged. How do you get your thoughts across to another person? Is it usually on social media? I was talking with an author yesterday, and she says, I never use a writing instrument. I always type my words into the computer. And it's like, wow. And the reason why I have kind of a wall up against that is because while studying the words of Julia Cameron from The Artist Way, she said, please don't use a typewriter when you are journaling, because the physical actions of your body while you are writing is part of the musical instrument. And it uses the entire body, the mind, body, and soul, in order to bring a thought forward. And so the importance of a writing instrument is very heavy inside my heart on a daily basis. And so when I see a pen, as so many people call it, a pen, but I was corrected way back in the early part of the 1990s when I walked into a pen store, and she goes, did you just say pen? You know what? It's not a pen. It is a writing instrument. Do you understand the importance of what a writing instrument is and what it does and how many people can be affected? And if you just call it a pen, then you have cheapened what a writing instrument is. Changed my life. Changed me right on the spot. It was a, Jesus moment. Holy cow. Hey, it's Arroe. This is The Daily Mess, a chronological walk through an everyday world. I am a daily writer. I use writing instruments, baby. And there are times, though. There are times, and I'm going to be very blunt and very honest here. There are times that I will pick up a Bic or some sort of pen that a business has their name on. And what I do in my daily writing is that I'll put any damn pen. So it still has a name. I still give it respect. It's just an any damn pen. This is The Daily Mess. The writing instrument that I was using this morning, I call it True Larry. It's named after our fuzzy child who actually every day dressed up to look like a dog. The writing instrument has been with these morning pages for 19 years. Only a crazy mind would ever go back to see if these instruments have a way of affecting the creative release. I have 4 writing instruments that I consistently use. The newest, of course, is the Picasso, which is 11 years old. And man, when it spills thoughts all over the page, I know for a fact that writing instrument is controlling the interest of the person that's writing. All of them have their own thickness and they have their own weight. There are days that I'll decide, no, I'm not going to use this one because the nib, it drags. I don't want to have a competition with the page today. I need something that is just going to flow. For instance, like the True Larry pen happens to be a roller ball. Words spin faster out of this thing than the SpaceX rocket reaching the outer limits of the atmosphere. And what about those days when a name brand Bic pen is chosen to chase thoughts? Do those days play out in the way that the heart wants to sing? And the answer is yes. As much as I say that a writing instrument controls the way that I think is the argument, because there's a side of me that says, no, I'm going to call you out on this. It's not the pen or the writing instrument that brings this forward. It is the thinker, the writer. Now, what's really interesting is yesterday I was talking with an author. And we got on the subject of journal writing. And she wrote in her journals when she was 8 years old, and she's from India. And I said, well, you're in the United States now. Where's your writing at? What did you do with it? And I told her that, look, I would like to be in an RV traveling across the country. But one of the things that keeps me from getting inside that RV is I have 27 years of journals that I don't know what to do with because I can't take them somewhere and I'm not going to put them in a storage place. What am I going to do with it? Here, this was her comment. The experience has already happened. You and that page on a daily basis. that is a moment that nobody else can have. If you have words that you want to savor and save, put them away because you've already experienced it. If you go back and read what you've already written, it'll never be like the moment that the tip of that pen touched the page. Whew. You've already had the experience. What about the words that you use? The words that you express, the words that you need in order to sell something, the words that are required in order to build what you want to have as part of your life. Do you write them out? Do you use a pen? What if you changed it around and said, I have a writing instrument? It may not be a Mont Blanc, but it's still a writing instrument. I'm Arroe, and that's the Daily Mess.